Hey y'all, welcome to Big Joe Recovery. Today is Freestyle Friday. I have a good friend here from our local C-Car Center. Her name is Abby, and she's an ally in recovery. I'm actually going to learn some things here today, too, about allies in recovery. Abby, would you mind telling us a little bit about you and what an ally in recovery is?
Sure. My name is Abby. I consider myself an ally, and by that I mean someone who has had experience with loved ones or family members struggling with addiction or trying to maintain their recovery lifestyle. I come from a place of wanting to best help the person, trying to get the information out there on how best to speak to the person or even how to take care of yourself when you're trying to help someone. It's very important to make sure you are doing it in a healthy way as well. That's my goal. Speaking as someone who has lost people, I wanted to be able to take what I learned from that experience, mistakes I made, the things that I wish I had done, and I wish to help other people in that way, be able to not maybe do the same things I did, get the word out there, just exactly what addiction is, what recovery looks like, and ignorance is a negative thing, and I hope to spread knowledge and positivity.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your service, first and foremost. As you are the Young People's Coordinator for C-Car,
Sure.
How does that work with the ally perspective? How does the whole situation work with a family? Like a family comes in and let's say we're working with an 18-year-old, just out of high school or maybe finishing high school. What do you do? What do you guys actually do as a Young People Coordinator?
Well, I try to meet them where they're at, get their perspective on it. Working with young people, I find, is a bit of a different beast. They're at a different place in their life. They're at a different place mentally.
Still growing.
Yeah, still growing. Still trying to work things out. Maybe they found a role that suits them while they're still young, and they still have, time to break out of the bad habits.
Yeah.
So I hope to be able to talk to them one-on-one as a peer, although I probably a bit older than 18 at this point.
No,
that's okay.
22.
Yeah, 22.
22.
Yeah. Ish. And from the family perspective, I hope to work with the families, again, probably teach them, probably the terminology they want to use, it's okay to make mistakes, how to take care of themselves while they're trying to help their loved one, and go from there.
Okay. Question now. Working with the young people's families, do we see maybe people that have for me, my instance was growing up, I seen a lot of drinking in my family, and it kind of led me to experimenting as I was a kid, but kids will be kids.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. Is that something you also do with, helping people get over the hurdle if their parents were in addiction or just got out of addiction, something along that lines?
I mean, a lot of it is learned behavior. It could be learned behavior.
Okay.
It could be someone sees it happening in their family and emulated that behavior. In that case, my goal would be to perhaps broaden their horizons. Maybe that's something that they thought that is normal and normalized. And, if they came to me, then at that point, I think they realized something's not quite normal.
Yeah.
So I already have a foot in the door in that situation. In that case, I would try to expand their horizons, like I said. Have them find different activities, hobbies they might like to do, see what works for them, and let them know it's okay to experiment. It's totally cool. Let's try and figure out things in a healthy way.
Great. So that would lead me to this then. I'm big on power of positivity. That a big influential thing you would tell people out there that are allies, don't bring that negative energy. None of that negative energy, straight positivity at all times, or what would you suggest?
I do believe in power of positivity. I believe negative emotions are normal and totally valid.
Okay.
I think that I would probably help people deal with their negative emotions in a healthy way. That way you can approach these situations with a clearer head. It's okay. When I say self-care, what I meant for the families, take a step back and work on things yourself, maybe. And if there's anything negative going on, let's work through that before we try to tackle this.
Okay, that's great. Any piece of advice you'd like to offer anybody that might be an ally or trying to be an ally to a friend who is struggling? Any advice before we leave?
No advice.
Something good, some positive affirmation.
I would say if you're going through it, if someone you love is going through it and you don't know exactly what to do, listen. Being able to listen to the person without any judgments. Things I've heard from my loved ones, coming out of their mouths, addiction doesn't happen in a vacuum. There's a lot of things that probably led to them getting to that place, but there's also a lot of things that led them to you, and I would not take that for granted. They trust you, and all you need to do is just listen without any judgments, just nod, absorb everything. That's all you need to do.
All right.
That's what I think.
Thank you, Abby.
No, thank you.
Appreciate
it.
Abby the Ally. Thank you so much, guys. Have a blessed weekend.